Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for joining me for the very first outdoor version of a rummage through the That Good Sante cream cheese box, where I store my online pickups from eBay and ComC that are waiting to be sorted and put away into the collection. We're doing it outdoors this time, a little bit different, but other than that, it's going to be much the same. Just going to rummage for about 10 minutes or so and see what we pull out of here. And we're going to start with a buyback hockey card. Very fitting green here for the outdoor environment. Randy Cunneyworth from the 90-91 Pro Set release. This is part of the Pro Set Memories buyback program. You can see here that was done in the year 2020. And these were numbered, these golds, out of just 5. So I've scooped up Hartford Whalers where I can find them. Would love to one day complete a Whalers team set in these buybacks, but that's going to be a really, really big challenge. It's got to be 30 Whalers cards on the checklist, including some big ones like Ron Francis and Gordie Howe. But for today, it's Randy Cunneyworth, who cost just a couple bucks and is a pretty unique addition to my Hartford Whalers collection. Never lost my love for that team even after they moved away. Next up, we go from hockey to soccer here, showing some of the versatility in the Sante cream cheese box. This is a beautiful Kylian Mbappe from Top Stadium Club Chrome UEFA Champions League, celebrating a goal here with Paris Saint-Germain, of course the club that he just moved on from. Be taking his talents elsewhere beginning next season, shortly here really, but great Stadium Club card, nice shine, and this is like a blue prism refractor, not serial numbered or anything, just cheap fodder for the soccer Z folio. All right, let's see what we got next here. We've done hockey, we've done soccer, and now we move to baseball. And another kind of common theme for my channel recently is Mookie Betts, and not only that, but specifically blue numbered to 150 Mookie Betts cards. Just have shown a few of them recently for whatever reason. Love the look of blue. It's kind of an alternate team color match for the Red Sox. And this is a 2019 gold label set that's known for its dual images, and a release that I really enjoy every year. Big fan of gold label. And this was a cheap eBay pickup, like $2 or $3, and would look great in a Z folio. Not sure what I'll ultimately do for displaying my Betts collection down the road. I have a lot of his stuff, both graded and ungraded, but for that price, just couldn't pass this up. And at the time that I'm recording this video, maybe the front runner for NL MVP, largely due to his transition to shortstop this year, which I love. And I've had the Wrens have joined us again here. My wife and I, we do feed the birds. We're supporters of birds here, and we've had a family of Wrens form a nest under our back deck. So we're just letting them be until they move on for the season. And they're really actually beautiful, as you can hear. They kind of wake us up in the morning. And so yeah, Wrens joining us for the rest of today's rummage. And here's an Upper Deck Midnight parallel of David Pastrnak, probably the most talented offensive player for the Boston Bruins. And these midnight parallels are tough. These go back at least 10 years, maybe more. I'd have to look. And they're numbered to just 25 every year. You can see here, this is copy 17 of 25 right here in the lower right. This guy's a beast, absolute machine, scoring machine year in and year out, and a fan favorite here in Boston, and someone who I think will make the Hall of Fame down the line. So just a really cool low numbered parallel. I'm a big fan of any parallel that's of the flagship Upper Deck release, for the same reason that I like flagship tops in baseball. With all the many sets that we get now from these manufacturers, there's something refreshing about kind of the original one set that's been around for decades and decades. So when I go parallel hunting, I try to focus on those flagship releases, so to speak. And how about, okay, this is really, really awesome and totally random. May have to free this card from its protection here to really appreciate it. But this is a Star Wars autograph, but it's a really, really interesting individual. So it's a Wicket, the Ewok auto. Now the Ewoks were in Return of the Jedi, which came out in the early 80s. They're not, really looked upon that favorably by Star Wars fans, but as a kid, I love the Ewoks. And so I do collect Star Wars cards, and I have a small little Ewok card collection. And this next card I've had for a few years, just haven't pulled it out of the cheese box, and I've been waiting because it is the centerpiece of that collection. It is a Warwick Davis on-card autograph. Now, Warwick Davis played Wicket the Ewok here, but of course is very well known from a whole variety of different movies across the years. Both, the Star Wars franchise. He was the main character in Willow, a fantasy classic from my childhood that some of you may know, and countless other movies. Just a really talented actor, really funny individual. And I don't have very many Star Wars autographed cards at all, but this is probably the best of the small handful that I have, just because he's somebody that I admired in quite a few movies growing up. Willow was can't miss in my household, between me and my two brothers. And how often do you see an Ewok autograph card here in our community? So the Sante cream cheese box really showing off the randomness within in today's episode. Almost no baseball so far, although there's plenty in there, I assure you. Here's a cool one from ComC, as we can tell by the receipt. Whoops, we got some bees visiting here. This is a Claude Provost with the Canadiens, and this is from 1965 Topps Hockey. And I love the design with the pucks going across the top where the team name is, and the bright colored backgrounds. Of course, the Canadiens are the franchise when it comes to vintage hockey cards, and used to just rack up championships, especially in the 50s into the early 60s. And this is a really nice, clean card. 1960s hockey really is not as easy to come by as baseball, at least for me, living down here in the States. That's been my experience. Maybe it's different in Canada, but happy to add another vintage hockey card to my collection. Seen some modern and vintage hockey in today's video. And we keep the hockey theme going now. This is a really special card. Even if you're not a hockey fan, hang out for a second and just listen to, this is, a really important player, Willie O'Ree. And if you don't know his name, he's essentially the equivalent of Jackie Robinson for the NHL. He broke the color barrier, was the first African-American hockey player to play an NHL game with the Boston Bruins many decades back. Did not have a career that was on the level of like a Jackie Robinson or a Larry Doby. Played just a few games, had some health issues, but is still recognized to this day as an important figure due to, him being a groundbreaking athlete to break the color barrier in the NHL. He's rightfully inducted into the Hockey Hall of Fame now, and he has stayed involved with the game all the way into his elder years, as depicted on this card. And I love, love, love this card. This is a night where the Tampa Bay Lightning honored Willie O'Ree. And you can see to his left, you have Steven Stamkos, future Hall of Famer and 500 goal scorer. And to his right, my favorite player, future Hall of Famer and 800 goal scorer, Alex Ovechkin. So flanked by a couple of Hall of Fame goal snipers. And in the middle, we have an aged Willie O'Ree holding up his jersey. And this is the exclusives parallel. You'll not be surprised to learn, numbered to 100. But I will tell you, even the base version of this card is not easy to find, but it's not expensive. I bought this. This is my second copy of this card, and I bought it only recently, and it was less than the cost of a blaster. And to get a hockey number, a parallel numbered to 100 or less, that I believe in that much, of somebody as significant as Willie O'Ree, who has really not many playing era cards. I think he has like a oversized beehive card and no real playing era cards in the traditional sense. So this is a killer addition to that collection. We got Amazon cruising the neighborhood in the background here. Let's see if we can pull something baseball out of the box today, finally. All right, there we go. Our second baseball card. And once again, it's Mookie Betts. Shocker. This time it is a gold refractor numbered to 50. These are a favorite of mine. As you know, if you've been by the channel, yeah, that case is not helping with the glare. So let's just look at this card as it is. Gold refractor numbered to 50 from Topps Finest. This particular card is from 2019 Finest. So just like the blue label that we saw earlier in the episode, this is a 2019 Betts, his final year with the Red Sox and getting Red Sox cards. But any gold refractor of Mookie that comes at a reasonable price is a little bit tough for me to pass on. I have a nice little collection of Mookie gold to 50. At some point in the future, I think I've mentioned it before, I'd like to do a countdown of my top 50 Mookie Betts cards. Maybe that's something I'll work on in the summer months. Here's another great baseball card from Topps Stadium Club. This is the Juan Soto. I think it's the orange parallel, but it's basically a black and white image with some orange foil. And a great shot of him post swing there. The horizontal card layout. Love Stadium Club. Love searching out these obscure parallels from over the years of my favorite players, and especially the retired greats. Of course, Soto is still an active player, but really dig the retired players, and it just continues to be a favorite set of mine year in and year out, like many collectors, and a gold mine for amazing post-playing era photographs. And then let's close out on this one for today, a Heritage Topps Chrome Refractor. From Heritage, I really butchered that. Topps Heritage Chrome Refractor. Just to correct myself, of the great Ichiro. This is his final year in Topps Heritage and his final year in Major League Baseball. He played just a couple games at the beginning of the 2019 season. I think they were those overseas games to kick off the year. So this is, you know, his last stint with the Mariners, and what a beautiful card that is. Look at that. These refractors are always serial numbered in Heritage, going way back now, over 20 years, to like 500 and change. They have amazing shine, numbered to 569, you can see in the upper right. And just a huge fan of these cards. Big Ichiro fan, and he's somebody that I wish I had collected more cards of earlier. You just can't collect everybody, and hadn't really focused on him over the years, so I'm trying to make up in some respect for lost time. Certainly don't have the budget and have too many other hobby interests to become like a major big-time Ichiro specialist. He has a lot of fans and collectors out there, but that Heritage refractor was like $10 to my door. So just an example of how I'm trying to round out my collection of the Japanese great before he is officially inducted into Cooperstown here in the near future. So we'll stop it there for today. I'm nearing 12 minutes. But I really appreciate you stopping by. I hope you enjoyed some of the cards to come out of the cheese box today. And as you know, I'll be back soon with some more content. Till then, keep enjoying the hobby, everybody. See ya.